everybody, my name is iWafflez, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a comparison video because I've already reviewed this figure of the Wonderfest versions of Giorno Giovanna. This was the 2020 Wonderfest. Well, if Wonderfest would have taken place in 2020 or fall of 2020, this was one of the figure releases for that. And then this is the 2013 Winter Wonderfest, which is Giorno Giovanna limited edition. So the reason why I'm doing this is because they're, two more Giornos into the four Giornos we already have. Well, at this point, yeah, four Giornos total. So, yeah, I'm just doing a comparison of the last two Giornos I want to look at before we move on to a different character. I've already reviewed Giorno, so we won't be going articulation, sculpt. We already know what we're getting to with it. I'm just going to be pointing out stark differences in accessories, all of that. The back of the box, pretty much the same, but this one displays the speech bubble. You notice when the newer releases, they have the outline. I don't know if that's going to be a new thing going forward or not, but yeah, the figures aren't in the boxes anymore. They're kind of bland without the figures in them. So let's actually look at the figures themselves. So here are the two figures side by side, and as you can tell, color palette is a big difference between them. This Giorno is based off, I forget which cover, but I will put the cover right now. And then this one is based off the final ending of the anime look, and also a cover as well, which I'll put the cover right here. We'll also in this video be comparing it to the original figure itself, the pink Giorno, and we'll be comparing one of the accessories from Giorno Black with which is the Geo main, to the previous one, and we'll be comparing them to other Wonderfest stands with other Wonderfest Giorno stands. But other than that, we're just going to be doing a little bit of a comparison. So as you can see, this Giorno does have a matte black finish, while this one has a shinier finish. And I think the matte black fits this Giorno. I would have been pretty upset if it came out a lot shinier than it did. But thankfully, it came out matte black like the pictures showed. And actually, I prefer, this Giorno to be shiny. I like shiny Giornos, but this is a different kind of Giorno. This is the Mob Boss Giorno, if my figures don't fall over. Now, the one big difference is skin tone. You can tell this is a more limited Wonderfest figure with the handicraft and the paintwork. Very little missing and errors on this figure. The tan is really nice, crisp. All the hands are well made. The tanning's a little over excessive on the faces, but it's fine for the most part. But this Giorno, you could tell it was made to order and pumped out due to its very blatant QC issues, which Medicos does need to address in their future releases, which is skin tone. If you're gonna make a figure have consistent skin tone, don't turn his hand into a Cheeto. Don't do that. Mine turned out pretty alright, but there is some cases where this does go wrong. I just got lucky with the Medicos QC. But other than that, I don't have any other paint blemishes on mine, but I have noticed some people have been missing paint on some of theirs, which makes sense. I'm only missing paint right here by a gold thing right there, which isn't too bad. This is a reuse of blonde from the Giorno first and second, but the eye color is different compared to the Giorno first color, which is a gold, and I prefer the gold in my opinion. I know this is more anime accurate, but the gold look just looks so good. It's nice, it's beautiful. The yellow is vibrant for his hair, which is nice. He does have shading. Both of them do have... Well, no, this Giorno does not have shading. It's just the sculpt is more pronounced with the white. But it's mostly down to how do you like your Giorno? Do you like it shiny or matte black, or just matte in color? Yeah, I think these are pretty good, so we'll go to the accessories and what makes them stand out. Alright, the first real big difference will be brooch color, which is right here. I try not to do it so they don't slide off, but those are the brooches. Okay, well, they slid off, but you can honestly tell which one is which. This will be the 2013 Giorno, and this is the new Wonderfest Giorno, which will be that. It has the gold accents on it, which is very nice. And other than that, they're pretty much all the same, except for with the teacups. The teacups that come with Giorno All the Giornos are all pretty much blue, but the one that comes with the Wonderfest figure, well, the new one is going to be a light green or aqua green. I don't know. It's just weird compared to the other ones, which are the other two right here. Which is weird, but I'm fine with that for the most part. Now for the other heads or any other accessories, we'll look at their plates. The 2013 Giorno, in my opinion, has the best plate for Giorno Giovanna, and that is his iconic line from the early episode or early chapters of Golden Wind, which says, "I, Giorno Giovanna, have a dream," which is iconic, and that's really good. And the other plate is also iconic, but not as memorable. It's the Resolve in the Darkness speech with the Gachow fight when he talks to Mista about it. So they're both are really good plates. And then the one place where the Wonderfest 2020 figure trumps the 2013 is the Geo main. Now, this matches my skin tone for my Giorno Black, and this actually pops on a lot better than my original Geo main from the 2015 Gur, which is right here, but I much prefer the lightness of this Gur. I love the lightness of this Gur. It's beautiful. Very nice. Like I said, the skin tone matches your Giorno Black, so it's really hard to mix and match with the other Giornos. In my opinion, mine could kind of work with this Giorno, but I much prefer the old Gur Geo main than this one. It's just because personal preference. The golden eyes really make the figures pop more. Like looking at it up close, that very pronounced eyes, those are very nice. But other than that, if you don't really care about eyes or anything, you can Wonderfest 2020 will be fine for you. But now let's get to size comparisons with actual stands. Alright, now here are the Wonderfest figures standing side by side again, and we'll first compare them to, the OG, the pink Giorno with the 2015 Gur Geo main, which honestly, like I said in the previous bit, is more, I like it more than the actual new 2020 version. This is the 2019 re-release of the Geo Pink. He is the shiny finish. And then we'll compare them to their Wonderfest stands. Here is Wonderfest Gur. And honestly, what a beauty Gur is in general. I will be getting to him soon. I'll just do a comparison between regular and Wonderfest Gur. There they are. And then here we have Gold Experience, which also it's more of a complete piece with the 2013 version. More than Green Gur is more of a complete, it's a nice piece for the 2020. And then we'll compare him to the SHF Cap versus Cap if his shield doesn't keep falling down. But there they are. Jojo figures, or mostly Part 5 figures in general, are a lot smaller. They're a lot scrawnier, so they will kind of be hard to fudge into normal displays, but if you have a Jojo collection just by themselves, they'll fit in just fine. Don't worry about that. Here's a domestic figure, which is the Jazzwares Fortnite Meowsicles. I love this figure because it's a cat, and it's just adorable. Look at his face. But here he is compared to those two. He is a giant, even among actual domestic figures as well. Here is the amazing Yamaguchi Reveltech Iron Man. Once again, towering above, because Reveltech is generally a higher scale. These are all 1/12 scale, but their scaling usually goes along the lines of like Marvel Legends and stuff. And yeah, that's it really for scaling. Let's get to the final verdict on which one you should get, or if you should just get both. Here are all the Wonderfest figures or Giorno and his stands. So, what's the final verdict on these? If you're going for a Geo main and you don't, well, no, nowadays Giorno Black does go for the same about as Wonderfest Gur. So if you had to pick which Geo main, if you were hunting for a Geo main, Wonderfest Gur would be a much better Geo main in my opinion. But if you didn't have a Giorno to complement that, Giorno Black would be your only pick, because you don't have a Giorno to put that Geo main on for Gur, so it wouldn't make sense. But if you have, my gold experience doesn't fall over. If you have a Giorno per se, and you just want the Geo main to complete the look at the end of Golden Wind, then yeah, the green Gur will be all the way. Make sure some sellers do not sell the Geo main with Wonderfest Gear, so just make sure you stay informed about that. Know if it does come with it. Um, but if you just had everything you wanted and you just missing you wanted a limited edition Giorno figure, which one would you go for? Well, one of these is more limited than the other, and that's going to be the Wonderfest 2013 Giorno, and that's just because he wasn't made to order. He was limited. I think there's only 5,600. There's some small minuscule number of amount of that Giorno in existence, and they're probably not going to reproduce it. But Medicos has proven that they'll reproduce whatever they want, because the Geomain was originally a Wonderfest exclusive for that one convention, but they've broken that rule in 2020. So anything's off the tables now. Anything can be reissued. But just know that I still prefer the 2013 version to if I had to pick a limited edition figure or just a Wonderfest figure. But Giorno Black is a nice addition to my collection. It does round out the collection. It looks really nice. He's a centerpiece in my collection, actually. But budget-wise, the Wonderfest Giorno will run you usually about 120, 100 bucks. This will run you up to 200, I believe. The market for this is fluctuating a lot usually. Usually don't pay domestic prices for these, because that's usually where the upcharge will go. You'll have better luck finding it on maybe Manda, by Mercari Japan. It's just Yahoo Auctions Japan. There's a lot better options than buying domestically, of course. Importing is a lot cheaper in some regards, because you're paying less for a figure that probably deserves to be less. And if you miss the pre-order window for it, if you're willing to pay upwards to 120, 150 for Giorno Black, go ahead and get that. Because Giorno is a good figure. He's one of the more solid releases from the Super Action Statue line. You can't go wrong with a Giorno Giovanna in your collection. And that's it for the video. Tell me which one you like more in the comments, or if you like the shiny pink still, just like me. I'd still prefer my shiny pink over any of these Giornos. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, that's where I usually update everything. That's where I upload photos, let you know if a video's going live. But I let people know on Instagram that starting after today's video, there'll be a video weekly on every Thursday. Not gonna give a set time, because I don't know, my internet speeds kind of suck, so uploads could vary. And I'll usually post on Instagram whenever I actually post the video. And thank you all for 200 subscribers. I appreciate it. I know videos have been kind of tough to get out for me lately, but I'm thinking I'm in a better mindset now, and I really want to keep making content for you guys, letting you aware of these figures, because they are nice figures. But once again, yeah, follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Twitter's where I'm more non-formal. I like a lot of weird things. So thank you for watching. Once again, thank you for 200 subs. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video, and then I'll see you in the next one. Alright, see you.